Y'all know what it is, baby. It's the General DJ Prince Sai, live on the Party Punisher Show. It's about to be an amazing show. I'm going to just say Prince Sai today. Now I'm Big Sai. I'm Thug Daddy, and it's going down.
All right.
We're going to have a hell of an hour today. And to the right of me,
y'all know who it is, man. OG Face Scotty, a.k.a. Ram Face, to see your mammy, grandmammy, and great-great-grandmammy's favorite pastor, Ham Mercy.
A.K.A. the pillar.
And to the right of me,
I am in her jersey. And
y'all already know what it is, man. The prettiest of the prettiest granddaddy, Daddy Devin, Ned, DJ Country.
y'all switching your names out?
nah, it's names that were given to us now.
Yeah, that's what they get.
Those names was given to us.
I'm reinventing myself.
Okay.
But people are rebranding me.
They put us out there.
But look, before I know Face got some deep topics to talk about. Jersey, you got some deep topics. But before we go into these deep topics, I really got to say, this weekend was an amazing weekend for me.
Okay.
Me and Face did Pretty and Plugged In podcast.
Okay.
When I say this joint had over 30 artists, they had vendors. I'm talking. What are you doing? They have amazing vendors.
respect the mic.
She do. Somebody told me. But let me get back to my joint. I had the most amazing time Friday. Shout out to Nikki B and her whole team. It was amazing. They saluted Shadizi, Chezzy Boy, and Cheddar Man. It was crazy. Even Face had to jump in and start hosting. Boy. And you know the hosting went down because he came in there fly. He was sharp. Now, that was on Friday. Now, Saturday, I had the pleasure with both of my brothers. We did a 50th surprise 50th birthday party.
Okay.
The party was incredible. They tried to get us drunk. They kept coming back, wanting to get a DJ shot. No,
I like them. They was real.
But the climax of my night,
I don't want to hear that.
Was country and Face fought over.
No.
We didn't fight over cupcakes.
What happened was
Country wanted to be greedy.
He had
two cupcakes.
No.
He could have gave his brother a cupcake.
No, I'm not.
He had two cupcakes
and
took both cupcakes with him to his residence. Greedy.
What?
Can I talk?
Okay, well,
That's what it was.
Can I talk?
That's what it was.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead, Greedy.
All right, I did take both cupcakes to my residence.
Yeah. See ya.
But
Black folk.
in my defense, something happened. Face had to go make a run. Now, in the process of Face making a run, they started serving food. So, we always wait till the end to get our food.
Right.
We didn't get no food. So what happened was Sal went to the bathroom. Sal went to the bathroom, came back. I seen one of the little girls that was there. She came back with, I don't know, it was a cheesecake and with some fruit and stuff on it. And that went fast. Went fast. So they had another cupcake, a Fruity Pebble cupcake with a waffle on the top.
Oh, yeah, I would say.
See, now look, Face, look.
But see, the thing is, if it would have been, you would have offered. But me, if it would have been me, I would have made sure my whole team had a cupcake.
Actually, it was a fight to get the cupcake. I had to ask one of the little girls to go get the cupcake for me off the little thing. Oh man, I can't remember the lady that made that cake, but oh my God.
See, he got cake, amazing cupcakes. They ain't sit up and say, well, I'm gonna put my brother something to the side because bro not here. Bro, let me go ahead.
No, I didn't think he would want no sweets. I'm trying to help him out. Yeah, keep his A1C down so he don't become.
That's what I was trying to help you with. Your A1C.
I am tolerating.
But this is the funny part. Now, we break down. Face and Country both always make sure they take care of the equipment. I just gotta show up and do what I do.
Right.
Okay, so they broke down the equipment. They got the equipment at the truck, right?
Mhm.
Here's the crazy part. I walk out the building.
And they arguing.
No, the argument, they had left the argument alone.
Okay.
I walks out the building and tell the people, thank you for having us.
Mhm.
And country go, oh, what are you doing? You're helping your brother? Now you just left my cupcakes unattended so he can run back in and get them.
I should have just put my finger in them. That's what I should have done.
Actually, I
I
thought you was. That's why I
I
came. No,
should have put my finger in.
I'm
Because
hollering.
he didn't realize that every time he got close to the cupcake, I got
Yeah,
close
you
to
got
him.
close.
So I was getting around
I
him to
should
get
have
the
put. I
side.
should have put my finger in
And
the
that thing was
cupcake.
good too.
Uh-oh.
It was good and moist.
Ooh, ooh.
But the waffle wasn't no
Remind me
good.
of something.
The waffle and the Fruity
Right.
Pebbles wasn't no good the next day because you know Fruity Pebbles you gotta eat them when
Yeah.
they crunchy.
Right,
So,
right,
but
right. They
I
soggy.
scraped the Fruity Pebbles off and I kept the waffle. The waffle wasn't but this big,
Right.
Yeah,
and I put a little bit of syrup on it.
man, it's all right. Jersey, what you got to talk about, man? I don't even want to hear about it no more.
Oh! But on Mother's Day when we had Oreo cheesecake and strawberry cheesecakes and pineapple upside down cakes and jelly stack cakes, it was all right and fine then.
I offered.
No, you didn't. I didn't know nothing about it till 3 days later.
I
Si
offered.
told me about it on Wednesday when we came back for the show. That was on Sunday. That's matter of fact, 4 days.
I offered.
That's when you didn't. Nobody cut you no cake.
No, nobody cut me no cake.
Then
Oh,
I
that's
even
what
made.
you-
I even made one for you.
And some
Yes.
man, they got turkey wings and stuff. I ain't get no turkey. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that I could talk about that I'm not going to talk about right now.
All right,
We're not
it's
going to
all
talk about it.
right. It's all right.
Yeah, we're not.
And one
At
is
all.
wanging too.
The wings was winging.
Hey.
Oh.
Man.
Well, I had some lemon meringue pie.
Oh, that's another thing. That too. They had the little homemade lemon meringue pie with the you know the fire on the top with it. You know the top is
Oh.
just brown because it's scorched. It ain't
Oh.
burnt. It's just scorched a little bit. Yeah, all that. Yeah, that's why I said I can talk about a lot that went on.
Wow.
But you know, I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person.
Okay. Well,
I'm not that type of person.
What you
Chicken wings, butter beans, rice, and all this other extra stuff.
oh, you didn't want to talk now.
Yeah, now they don't want to talk.
Oh, you ain't gonna
Look, and they got delivered.
What you
Y'all
got?
got delivery.
What
It got delivered.
What you
got,
speaking
Joe?
on?
you
Oh,
got
and
delivered?
yeah. Talk about that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
What you got,
so
Jay?
y'all got
Yeah,
delivered.
yeah.
What-
No,
Like a sinner in church, they got delivered. They got
All right.
delivered.
What
Hey,
you speaking
Jersey, I know you're not talking about delivery. Didn't you get some delivery from the little guy? Didn't he come deliver something?
Yeah, he delivers only to me, not I mean, what that got to do with anything?
Well, you know what delivery is good. So what you
Right,
got going on?
I know delivery is good, but ain't
You
nobody
dropping
delivering me
fries
no.
Jersey, what you got going on?
Wait a minute now. No, nobody delivering me no pie and cake and whatever the hell.
Turkey
people say.
wings, butter beans, rice,
What you got going
all
on?
homemade. I'm talking about homes. They pots jumping.
Wow.
Yeah,
What you
I'm on the phone hearing the pots jump,
What you
and I ain't
got
even
going
getting
on?
none.
Dang, Gemini, can I get a plate?
Jersey, what you got
What?
going on?
Oh, you finished?
Yes.
She said, Ray J.
Oh. No, I told y'all I'm looking for my husband. Anyway,
Hold on. What you mean? Hold up.
didn't we just talk about that last week?
Yeah, but you ain't getting no. Ray J is part of the family. You can't bring nobody else in. Nobody else is allowed.
Well,
You can't bring them to the family reunion. They keep them where they at, but they can't come to the family reunion. They can't come to no events. If I don't even want to see no picture of them, because
Oh, she know that part.
Yeah.
We already discussed that.
Yeah.
Now, her personal life, but you can't bring her with Ray J B because Ray J B with me.
No,
Ray J B with us. And she know that already.
no, ain't happening.
if that's my husband,
You better sit outside in the
It
car.
don't matter. You better sit out. Yeah, I'm with country. You better sit outside.
they don't even be.
Look, you better come in, shake some hand, kiss some babies, and take some pictures and go on back home. Take them back home. Y'all ain't staying long.
Mm-mm.
I already know that. Please stay right here. Do not get out.
Get out. I'm gonna throw some bleach on.
Don't get out.
Okay, but because for you to grab your phone, you got
I
something.
took some. I took some notes.
Okay, well,
Okay. Yeah, I took some notes.
Oh.
I have some things I need to discuss. So today I took some notes. Okay. All right. So, people people all have their own definition of what loyalty is,
Mhm.
right? Loyalty out of convenience, you know. See,
I'm listening.
Okay, okay,
I'm listening.
all right. So, what I want to talk about is those different forms of loyalty. Since I lost my best friend, I had to reevaluate a lot of things in my life. So, because life is short,
Mhm.
and nobody is promised tomorrow. So, going forward, there are a lot of things that I am not willing to accept in my life right now. So, you know, my friend was a ride or die friend, and her death was sudden. Um, and people say, you know, um, I'm sorry for your loss, but people expect grief to have an expiration date, and it really does not, because it's the processing of the actual event, the passing of the person, processing it, especially when it comes on suddenly. And then the grief comes after that, after the whole process. Sometimes it may take you 2 or 3 years to process a situation, to recognize the loss of that person. You know what I mean? And, it's just a lot. So that's what I want to talk about. I want you guys to just think about it and tell me what your definition of loyalty is. What does loyalty look from you in any aspect of a situation? Go, come on.
Loyalty.
I'm ready.
When you say loyalty, are you meaning from the streets?
Yeah,
I'm
love this
saying
is
loyalty.
different.
It's
period.
different. It's different.
It's different.
Parts of- It's different aspects to loyalty.
Okay,
You
so
got
break
the
down the
streets,
street
you
loyalty
got-
to me, because I never understood that.
Street loyalty is somebody who's gonna be solid, ain't jumping the fence. If they get pinched, they keep their mouth shut. They ain't walking around like Ratatouille.
Mhm. To me, that is the same type of situation I want in any type of relationship, friendship, whatever. That same type of loyalty. You give me the same loyalty I'm giving to you. At the end of the day, I'm loyal. Something happened, I don't know nothing.
Someone who's solid gonna keep it all the way 100.
Right.
Ain't gonna shoot you no game. Gonna let you know. This, that, this. Don't try to pull the wool over your eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Sit up and say, well, I'm doing this. And then you find out later it's something else.
Mhm.
But the whole time they're saying, oh, it's just this. And then you find out later on, God damn, where this come from? Well, I told you.
Mhm.
But you really didn't tell that person that.
Right.
You feel where I'm
You
coming
tell
from?
half
Exactly.
You told her half truth. So is that loyalty?
No.
I don't know. That's different. That's like me saying I'm going to the store, but I went to the store, but I just didn't tell you I made a pit stop in between. I still went to the store. I told you
Yeah.
the truth. I just didn't tell you. I went to QT, but I stopped by Burger King because I felt like I wanted a Whopper. I just didn't tell you I wanted a Whopper. I still told you the truth.
It depends
That's
on.
a shade
Look,
of gray area. That's a shade of gray
That's
area.
like, all right, let's say,
Because you might didn't feel like that until you roll past the Burger King and then be like, "What damn? Let me get a Whopper."
But if you knew from the jump
right,
what it was, and you just decided I'm gonna admit this,
mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's good to omit if you just don't say nothing at all.
right.
But if you
But
say
it's that
something,
loyalty, though.
but if you said something and you omitted it,
If I don't ask, don't tell. If I tell me the truth.
yeah.
That's not
But
loyalty.
like,
No, that's loyalty.
That's
No,
loyalty.
that's
loyalty to me.
That's
That
like
ain't
that's
got
like
nothing to do
okay. Let's say y'all know I'll use me to the death. If I go, all right, baby girl, I'm going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Like with country, I'm going to the store. Okay, she know that. Now I ride past, I see Burger King. Yo, let me let you know I'm stopping here at this Burger
She
King.
ain't doing all that.
I do. That's loyalty. But that's loyalty.
They ain't doing all that.
Because in the same token, you're gonna be like, "Do you want some?"
Cause see me, I can say I got one stop to make, and then the phone will ring in my past life, long time ago. You know, you go and make one stop, then your phone ring a couple more times. You gotta make some more stops. You can't sit up and just call folks and say, "Hey, man, I was supposed to just been going here, but now I gotta stop here. I gotta go here. Oh, hold on, I gotta go over here now."
So watch
But that's-
this.
that's-
Say, I got a couple of things to do.
But in the beginning, you only
You
had
have
one
to
thing.
do.
But in your that's a different line of work. So you got to accommodate
And if
differently for that.
And if they know that, then they know that, okay, so with one come five.
But see, a lot of people can't always accept that.
They
Right.
can't.
Regardless
they
if
can't.
you have accepted or not, you know.
So I can be loyal to you, and your take on loyalty might be different
Might be
than my
different
take on
from
loyalty
mine.
because of how I was raised and what the type of loyalty that I had around me. Not everybody really know what loyalty is. They're so
Everybody
used
has
to-
their own definition.
Like,
The loyalty is like the Bible. You get your own take
perspective.
out of it.
That's why conversations should be had in the beginning.
But that's just like with loyalty. Okay. To me,
Mm-hmm.
I know in my heart, y'all three,
Mm-hmm.
y'all loyal, but y'all all three loyal in three different ways. Because I got different relationships with each one of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So all of y'all loyalty is different.
Mm-hmm.
Why you? What's all that
No, I
for?
agree.
Oh, but the way you,
Mhm.
yeah, you like
No, but but see,
Right.
that's Jersey. Like conversations me and Jersey had is them like
Mhm.
with Jersey, like with Jersey, it's a fight conversation. Like you can say something to Jersey, and Jersey will be like, "All right," but it really ain't all right. But then 2 minutes later, she gonna come back and be like, "You know what? Let me tell you this."
I thought it was over with.
Nah, but it's not. It's not.
That's
Like
what she
her
always-
face
Because if she
like
called
2
you,
weeks.
see,
Yeah,
and another
but
thing, if Jersey called you,
fans always raise their hand, so that's okay.
But like I said, a lot of people were raised on survival, and their type of survival is loyalty. So they don't know what loyalty really is. And like with us, we have a different and I can say us because we're around each other. We have a different love loyalty. A lot of people have survival loyalty. They don't have a love loyalty.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So like with us, when our survival mode kick in for all of us together. We don't move unless one move.
Right.
You got some people, they survival mode, then loyalty kicks in. Okay, let me get outside and I'm gonna assess the situation. Then if I gotta go back in, I'm gonna go back in. We ain't leaving unless we all leave.
Right.
I know that, right? Because somebody definitely the leader of the pack. We ain't going nowhere. That's all of it. But that's how all of us are, though. But and that's a great way to be. And then in some situations, I had to think about it. I'm glad you brought this topic up. It was some people that I thought didn't have loyalty,
Mm-hmm.
but they do got loyalty. It's just their own way.
Oh, how you let the show
I'm
start?
sure enough needed one.
I do too. Thank you. Look, I'll be the first. You ain't gotta tell me twice. You ain't gotta tell. It's something floating in here.
Oh, not a moment.
Squeeze.
Oh, it's fresh.
I got that from you.
She come here with she bedazzled.
Oh,
She bedazzled.
I really need it.
Yeah.
that's nice. That's a little cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, you-
What the hell?
You needed it.
The heck?
Oh God. Oh God.
Thank you.
What is? Oh my God. Oh
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Oh. Hey, baby, you might get some tonight, boy. You might get you some.
Listen here, this show today, as every week, is sponsored by Sips.
Get you some sips. If you
What-
will
what-
slide.
Which one is this?
Oh my God, he did that.
God.
This don't got a name. What's the name of this, OG?
Penny drop.
All right.
This is a penny dropper.
It's
wow.
that penny drop. That's all.
Yeah, this thing right here, something else.
While we on loyalty,
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
The United States ain't loyal to us.
No.
The judicial system isn't loyal to us.
Mm-mm.
I look at this last 8 days, 9 days. I look at Rick Chow was acquitted on June 1st down in South Carolina. You know, by shooting young King Cyrus. You know, Carmack, he was acquitted. But then we turned around yesterday and little King Carmelo Anthony got found guilty. And there's two different aspects to both cases.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Cyrus was running away. This man took after Lil Cyrus. Cyrus gone. They left your store. You didn't chase Lil Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
You acquitted.
Right.
Carmelo, don't matter if he was up under the wrong tent. These folks came fooling with Lil Mello.
Mm-hmm.
They FAFO'd.
Right.
You know, and that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But then they turned around and now he's got 35 years. And I hope they give them a real chance at an appeal. I hate that his parents went with the law firm they went with the money that was generated for his defense fund. I wish they would have went with some of us, which a lot of that money came from us, and y'all went the other way. You know, I feel you should have had us. Little dude from South Carolina, Lil Chow, he had us as his defense team.
I don't think he did it. I think his son did it.
It don't matter if it was him or his son.
But with Carmelo, they said that was a nice.
But that
it was
Carmelo,
a for a good appeal.
The DA, the prosecutor, and the judge cool. You know, they have a relationship with the family. You know, this whole trial was just a travesty. You didn't have nobody of melanin on that jury. No African American nowhere on that jury. And people want to say it's not about race. Y'all can kiss both of my cheeks if you felt it wasn't about race. You can kiss both of them after I used the restroom and did a number 3, not a 2. You can kiss both of them. You know, it was a mess because how's he judged by a jury of his peers? You had no one in his age bracket and nowhere of this color. This color right here, that color Jesus is. You know, we don't have that. None of them were on that jury. How is that a fair trial?
But that's why I said they set it up for a good appeal because Texas has a law for ineffective counsel. And that's what his lawyer did. His lawyer didn't bring up no facts of the past of with the 2 young other men.
But see,
bullies. They didn't bring none of that up. They didn't bring up.
The thing is, and what's crazy about the law, if you don't know the people personally, you can't bring up nothing they do.
No, I'm talking about as far as
I know.
I'm talking about like the cross-examine. He didn't cross-examine. They had 21 witnesses that he didn't cross-examine, not one.
But they can't
didn't ask him not one question.
They can't say nothing about the deceased.
Yeah.
Because when my brother went through what he went through, God bless the young man's soul. But when that young man, he had some criminal history, but it wasn't able to bring that up in trial.
But they could bring up his twin brother, because they were one in the one in the cell. The bullying was both of the brothers together, so they could have tied the living brother with the actions of the dead brother, and it would have been admissible in court. But the fact that he didn't cross-examine not one person and just let them say whatever, you had 21 on the prosecution side and 6 on the defense side. Now they can say he was in the wrong tent, but all of them was in the wrong tent because that wasn't the Metcalf's school tent.
Right.
So you could say all of this because he was there visiting somebody. So it wasn't the point that he was in the wrong tent. He was sitting there having conversation with one of his friends because his girlfriend homeboy played for that school.
He was under the wrong tent because he was the wrong damn color.
No, that in that sense they could say that. But like I said, his lawyer didn't bring up a lot of things, which, like I said, opens up the door for ineffective
our voice in the judicial system, exactly what my shirt says. Silenced. Right. And that's why I wore my shirt today, silence with the Statue of Liberty on here. Because we have to remember these laws weren't written for us. At the time when these laws were written,
We were not.
we were enslaved.
Right.
We didn't have no rights. So when we did get rights, none of them laws were for us. So we have to remember that. You know, and it's just crazy. I'm frustrated, but it's what can we do? We got Clarence Faking on the Superior Court. Everything that Thurgood Marshall done for us, Clarence got up there and got there and reversed it all back.
But this is what I remember us talking about this years ago. And I also said that the Constitution was not, they don't even consider us human beings.
No. None of that was written for
my
us.
thing is for us to even, for our voices to be heard in the judicial system, it needs to go all the way back to that. Because again, they don't look at, they don't care. You think me as a black mother, for my black son, I'm going to let a white man represent him in the state of Texas? Are you kidding? I would never. When my child's life is on the line, I am not going to let a white man represent him, period. Because you can't even identify with none of the struggles he's going through or went through, is going through, or going to continue to go through as a black man in this good US of A.
And most of the black people that are where they're at, their spouses are white. So you can't really and it goes back to a lot of things. Like, how can you be for me if everything that you set in place is against me?
Right. Now again,
going back, and why I tell people it's so imperative to get out and vote. We vote for these prosecutors. We vote for these DAs. We vote for these judges. But everybody only wants to vote every 4 years when you worry about who going up there in Washington on that Capitol Hill, and ain't nobody up there making the laws
down here
or getting the judges here.
For where you live.
So if we're really wanting to push for change, we have to go out and vote. Because we know ain't too many militants left. Jokers talk too much to be able to do anything anyway. So it'll be all on Facebook, IG, TikTok. We're loading up. We're going out here. We the don't give a F movement. We're this, we're that. We're all out here. We cocked and loaded, and ain't gonna get there and stomp a goddamn bullet. You know, ain't gonna do nothing.
This is my thing too. Like, we all know, everybody's saying, "Oh, let's get out and vote and vote and vote and vote." They put whoever they want to put in these.
That's
offices.
no in the offices.
Yes,
That
do.
is for the national votes for the up there. These
Yes,
no, not for, and that's a misconception of us as black folk.
It's not
For the presidency, all of that.
Ain't even
Yes,
talking about that orange.
no,
cloud.
but when it's for local elections, it really comes down to our voting.
I ain't even talking about that orange clown.
But
I'm just trying to figure
I'm saying
out
with the
how.
local elections, we have to really get out and vote our local election. How many of us sit at home?
Do this man even become president of the United? How do a felon become the president when a felon can't even vote? A felon can't vote, get no benefits, do nothing.
We can vote
but
once you get off
felon
once you get off probation.
can
you
be
vote.
the president of the United States.
I mean,
A misogynist
a lot of our local
can be the
But-
president of
but
the United States.
we're not even talking about the president. We're talking about our local government.
but face now, you know, a lot of our local folks play that
To
they
get
play that
office.
face until they get in there, and then now some of them you don't see.
No, it is not even.
or you see them when it's a photo opportunity.
Right, when it's convenient.
But what you have to see with like our city council, you have to have at least 6 votes for something to push through. We can vote a city council person in and say this is what we want y'all to do, but if they don't have 5 more people voting right along with them, ain't nothing gonna get done.
Okay, we said that the same thing. We
You
said
know,
that about
but-
the presidency.
But
But
we
we all
have
know
to,
it's a chain of command about everything.
But if we actually get out and vote, we vote for our DAs, we vote for our judges. If we don't get out and vote for we vote for our judges that's down here in Charlotte, that's in North Carolina, the appeal judges, the appellate judges, all of that. We do that.
Yeah,
We-
we do that, but
but we
when
have to
we
vote.
them in. do they do what they say they're gonna do? No.
Do we vote them in? That's the thing. Are we voting? Are we actually voting? If you look at the voting from this last vote, when they had, it was less than 20% of Charlotte-Mecklenburg that voted.
But that's a catch-22
Less than 20%.
because a lot of people don't vote, and then when
And
those
then
that
want to
do
cry
vote,
about
but
everything.
then those that do vote, not all the time, the person that they voted in don't do what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
So
what
it's a
it is.
catch-22 with that, because I've learned a lot about politics, about Charlotte by being around faith. So I know the ones that's semi gonna do and the ones that's not gonna do. But a big thing is a lot of us don't vote
Right.
because a lot of us feel that okay, we gonna vote, but what are we voting for? Now that's a lot of people mentality.
But the thing is, that's why you have to do you have to look into what you vote.
Research.
You
and
know,
do
you
your
have
due
to do your
diligence.
research. You have to sit up there and say, okay, am I for this bond? Or I wasn't for this. Let me see if this person I'm voting for was for this bond. Were they for an extra bathroom where there should only be 2 bathrooms? Were they for a 3rd bathroom? You know, were they for this? Were they for that?
Politicians just like men; they always make promises that they don't carry.
Well,
out.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
that goes
I
for
mean,
women too.
But at the
you
end
know.
of the day, I think we are just programmed, like we're programmed to, well, black folks, people of color, just programmed to Democrat.
And
And
that's-
we're not looking at what some of these folks, because
Republican.
honestly, some of these Republicans have some great ideas.
That's me myself personally. I'm not Democrat or Republican.
Yeah.
I'm unaffiliated.
But see, a lot
Because
of
I
people were
have-
used to that. So we
yeah.
would go down the line and just, I remember
Hit
when I
Democrat.
first started voting,
Yeah.
it was, man, you go in there and just hit Democrat everything.
Yeah.
Then you don't know nothing about none of
But-
these people,
but
but,
if we-
you go in there and hit Democrat.
But if we go back in the day, we started off when we started voting as Republicans.
Yeah.
We started off as Republicans. And then we switched over to the Democratic Party. Why? I don't know. You know, but we did.
Abe Lincoln, because they said he freed us.
You know. But
That's
we
what
have
he
to you have to really sit up and see who you're voting for. And that's why I just stay unaffiliated, because I like some Republicans, I like some Democrats. Some Republicans gonna do what I want, some Democrats gonna do what I want. But the problem with us as a people, why we can't get stuff done on the national level with politicians, is because we don't have enough to fund their campaigns.
And we don't stick together.
You know, but
The bottom line is the face. We
Yeah.
don't stick.
But we have
together.
to fund campaigns, and that's what I tell people. We have to raise up our own leaders to get them in politics. Other ethnic groups groom their they politicians.
Or
They
plans.
groom them. They groom them. You have our Indian culture. They groom them. They have them in power. We have our Caucasian race, our Hispanic race. They groom them. We have to start grooming some of us to get into politics. And while we're grooming them, keep money flowing through their campaigns.
But that's the thing. We're focused on the wrong thing. So it still goes back to we're not sticking together. Like with everything, and I'm going to use South Carolina situation with child. I'm going to use that. They had a Chinese lady and a Chinese man was on social media talking about how we're this, we're that, we're this, and we're that. And guess what? Every beauty supply store has still been packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
At some point, if we don't go, if we don't like, they don't like to supply us anyway, as it is for our own. So if we stop going to these places and buying their stuff, eventually they're going to have to drop the prices to give it to us anyway.
But
so we're going to have to stop feeding these people.
But the thing is,
we feed them.
The thing is with us, the same reason our mom and pop grocery stores went out of business, our mom and pop convenience stores went out of business, is because different ethnic groups can come in with cheaper prices, and we're worried more about, well, it's $2.13 over here a pound, but I can go down here to Walmart and get it for $1.67 a pound. So I'm going to cut out mom and pop so I can save $1. Our Hispanic brothers and sisters go to Save a Lot or whatever that is, compare foods, them prices astronomical. But they stick with their people and they go in there and buy stuff that's $5 in there, and you can go to Walmart and get it for
because
$3.50.
because again, they work
Together. How many?
It'll be a whole household. They
Right.
can get $4,000 worth of food stamps in that one whole
I'm
household,
telling you.
and everybody's going to work together. It ain't this person over here buying what they want to eat, or this person buying. When it comes to our house, and we don't always group together. If you might get what you want to eat, I'm not thinking about the whole household.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? My family only eat chicken, so you know what? I'm just buying chicken, but y'all might eat pork. Pork is cheaper. Why can't I buy y'all a pack of pork chops when I go buy my kids a pack of chicken? But we're so built to be selfish, and that's because, like I said, our communities are not what they are anymore. We allow these folks to come in and disrupt us. We disrupt ourselves for one, and then we allow them other folks to come in and disrupt us. Because, like I said, my town in St. Stephen, South Carolina, Berkeley County. It was, and I say this so hard, I don't remember no Chinese people growing up. None. We got one Chinese restaurant in that town now. I don't remember no Arabs or Arabic people growing up my whole life in this town. I went home the other day. They own about 5 stores there. They own the hotel there. We had the hotel in our town was owned. I remember this distinctly because it was trailers as the hotel rooms. It wasn't even a hotel. They had little trailers as the hotel room that was owned by an old white man.
That was back in the day.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Now, like I said, I don't know how they managed to get to my little town of St. Stephen, South Carolina. We maybe got about 5,000 people. One stoplight.
Credit.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
Credit.
how do y'all find? Like, where do you come from Iran and throw up a stake and it lands, bam, Berkeley County, South Carolina? Like where do they think about coming to these little towns, and we're allowing them to come in because a lot of these little towns have people that made it out. Like I could say for my town, we have NFL players, we have NBA players, we have engineers, people that made money that wanted to come back to our town and do things in our town, and they're not allowing us. So now our town is just gone. And then they want to talk about, oh, well, we're losing this and we're losing that. You can go in some of these towns and buy the land $500-$600 because the taxes. But y'all would rather go. We would want to go buy Louis. We want to go buy Gucci. We want to go buy cars. We want to do this and do all that, and then get mad when these folks come in and we can't afford what they're putting in now because we allowed it.
But see that's the crazy part. I like the way you broke that down. But think about it. You don't see them with Louis and all that. They fine with a regular pocketbook.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know some of the most people? I've been around people that got money.
Yeah.
They shop in Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
They shop in TJ Maxx. They go to the thrift stores. This is people with money.
That's a learned behavior that we inherited that we need to unlearn and reteach ourselves. But we were taught to, when you don't have nothing, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So what we do when we get money, we have to show people we have a little bit of money. We might not have nothing in the savings account, but we got on $70,000 worth of jewelry, or we have on about $1,500 pair of shoes. But we're programmed to be able to show people, well, I'm living like this, I'm living like that, rather than learning how to budget money, save money, get our credit together. I'm guilty of that because I was once that dude. I'm throwing on everything. I walking around looking like little Mr. T. You know, with got there in a pocket full of money and my credit score saying ninja please. You know.
But I was never like that though. I didn't go buy me a $20. Like I was a Saucony and Reebok man. So
yeah, but I was one of them dudes where
how you were raised too. Like so it do, because what your family or what you were taught to value growing up.
You're right.
To me,
we were taught to value. We ain't had nothing.
Yeah.
So we wasn't taught to value stuff.
Because
my mama, you know, we ate goddamn sloppy joes and open face sandwiches. Any of y'all ever had an open face sandwich?
Yeah.
You had enough bread to put the top on it.
No, you just had the bread with the sauce from the night before from your Salisbury steak.
No.
Nah.
We say the sauce from the Salisbury steak. You don't use all the sauce the night before on your mashed potatoes. You save some of the sauce. The next day, you ain't had no meat, but you had the bread and you put the gravy on top of the bread. You had mashed potatoes and string beans. And my mama called it an open face sandwich.
I can't say that because we've always down south. We've always had chickens, cow. So like we always had that. If you ain't had no food, you went outside. You went to go catch that chicken and bring it neck and watch it run around till it dropped dead. Like we never, like I've never experienced that side of things.
And
Like
see, and that's why it's hard for people. Not saying for you, but for some people who've never experienced it. For when people do get flashy, because they never had.
But that should make you appreciate. That should make you appreciate. Like I'm like we wasn't rich, but my grandfather made sure we had. Like I tell everybody, my growing up it was like rock. My grandfather was the garbage man. Mm-hmm. My grandmother was the maid for the richest white folks in our town. Mm-hmm. So growing up, I had 40 white cousins because my grandmother raised them. When I'm saying from birth, I'm talking about literally from birth. And we didn't, to us, grandma was just going to Miss Baby house and, doing what she's doing. But once you got older, you realize mama was a maid. And, so it made us appreciate things a lot more because we was getting secondhand stuff. My grandfather, like I said, being on the trash truck would bring certain stuff home. So we learned to appreciate stuff. And with my kids,
appreciate it when we got older. Because I'm wearing my sister Lee pants, not L-E-E, L-E-I. L-E-I.
Hold on, they sell that in Rainbow.
No, wait,
L-E-I.
no. His sister's name is Lee.
No. The pants were Lee, L-E-I.
That's a name brand.
That's a name brand. So when my sister pants would get too small for them, me and Michelle was the same size, and Fat Boy and Chemo were the same size. So when they outgrew their clothes, we get in them. We had to do that.
Hey.
So as we got older and learned how to, maneuver and make a little change, hey, we out of these leagues. We ain't wearing no more Cougars. Cougars, C-U-G-A. They were a pair of Jeepers.
Yeah, they was like a pair of sneakers.
They were a pair of sneakers.
I don't remember those.
You ain't gonna remember. They wasn't name brand.
That don't see. I don't like to just insinuate that just now. I didn't always have name brand. I had Rogans.
So the Cougars were you could get them out of like Family Dollar, Kmart, but they looked like flights. So I remember one day I was at school.
Air Force One flights.
Yeah, but they looked like the flights. They were all black, and as long as I kept my pants over the back, I was good. And one day them pants lifted up and they C-U-G-A.
Oh, okay.
And that joker sat up and said, Jeepers, Creepers, where you get those? And before he got Jeepers out, that was the first real fight I got in. That was at Sterling Elementary. But once I learned how to sell candy and got that hustle, and all the time, children, if you listen to this, don't steal, it's bad for you. But I would go and borrow candy from Food Line. I would borrow it and then go sell it. And that's how I made my hustle. And then once I started learning the hustle, I could go and get me and my brother some stuff,
So you borrowed it or you got it on consignment?
I borrowed it. I didn't get it on consignment because I wasn't paying it back. So I borrowed it.
I did that with Kool-Aid and sugar.
Yeah, and sell Happy Crack.
Kool-Aid
Happy Crack,
and could sell a bag and fold it up and sell a bag for $1.
We used to get in trouble in school for that. I never knew why.
Yeah, Happy Crack. But so as you get older and you didn't have, once you start getting, I'm gonna show jokers, I ain't this broke dude no more. I ain't this broke chick no more. So that's why you have some women who really came from the gutter and ain't had nothing. When they get it, I'm gonna pull out a Birkin. I'm gonna do this. And that's just because we never had nothing. So when we get it, we're gonna show you we got it. And we appreciate it, but we should have learned how.
I mean, I ain't have it, but I ain't. I really didn't care what people said.
And you was a different bro.
But see,
different.
That's like in my life, mine is reversed from what Faith said. Like I came up with it all. Like
Mhm.
it's if I said I want
Mhm.
my mother, my father, my stepfather, my stepmother, or my grandparents, or one of my aunts and uncles. I had it. I was the first grandson,
Mhm.
the first, so it was in
She
my
was spoiled.
it was on and popping. It was on and popping. And basically from birth to about I'm gonna say 8, as long as I remember my grandmother more than my mother.
Mhm.
My grandmother played no games. My grandmother was a stay-at-home mom. She raised all of us, my grandmama and my aunts and uncles. And my grandfather, I say he worked 2 jobs because first he would go to his regular job, then come home and work in the field. So I agree with what you said. We always had food.
Yeah.
We always had food. But then again, it go back to like people mess us up.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna say, and I know a lot of people I can't stand when people come up with their own say so. Okay, my thing is this. I felt when they took James off of TV, they hurt the black man because they wanted him out. Even though
He was faking it.
yeah, he was faking
He
it
was
because
faking
he had a Caucasian wife.
He was
But
faking it.
but to us, he was a hero.
Yeah.
As when I was a little boy, he was a hero.
Yeah, because he represented the real black.
He
power.
whether it was that's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not killing. It's an act, but
Mhm.
people go by it. That's just like what's his name? Al Pacino, Scarface. It's an act, but look at how that turned out a lot of people.
Right.
Now my second one,
Like Young Thug, it's an act.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
but my second one is Uncle Phil.
I like how
When
you
I
put it.
when I tell people, yeah, Uncle Phil, he was one that but he was so what? So
Yeah, he was sweeter than
You-
George Jefferson was.
but you got they go.
He still was a man.
He was a man, but they try to find the negative, and that's what's wrong with what they do to us.
Right.
They don't. You can say something good. You can go, man, face is outstanding, blah 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 blah. Then somebody like,
He's
but
the pillar of the community.
right.
Right.
But
Rather
it's
than
not
say,
bad.
oh,
That's not a bad thing to be the pillow of the community.
pillar.
That's not. Why would that be a bad thing?
To be the pillow.
It's
of
a
the
bad
community.
thing in your eyes. That might not be a bad thing in other people's eyes. Everybody
be
has
the
their own.
pillow.
Everybody
Being
has
a
their
pillow
own
because
perception
people can
of life.
You can lay your head on my shoulder.
Okay.
And, or on my chest. You know, if you have an issue. But I'm a pillow, but if I need to be a pillow, I can.
Yeah, he
You
can
know,
stand
because-
strong,
Yeah.
and then he can lay
I ain't
soft.
say no
But-
wrong,
but
I just say
That still be hard.
That's my thing. Even with what you call him, let's say I like what you said, George Jefferson. He came from nothing to living with all them people and raised his son to be a strong man. But he was that way.
Yeah.
But what are we in tune to? The TV. We know it now. We know it tells lies to us.
Mhm.
That's to tell our vision. But don't take away what we looked at that could have made us stronger men.
Mhm.
That could have made us stronger men. You wanted our women to that's where all this welfare and all this other mess comes from. Claudine was the perfect example.
Mhm.
And all these women now saying, I don't need a man. I can do it all by myself.
And a lot of them probably don't because of
Yeah, you know, probably don't, but if you have children, you need a man in the children's life. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say like this.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
I can say this. My mother didn't need a man as far as taking care of business and taking care of the house, but as far as raising a man, she needed a man.
Yeah, that's
So,
what.
but
And a
as
man-
far- now, I'm
and a man
need a
saying-
woman
I'm
to
not
raise
considering
women.
a woman.
I'm not speaking on the finance part.
Oh, okay.
Not on the finance part.
Look,
Because-
because they were gonna be
because
at you, boy. They
no,
was down on you today.
Because the way it is now, most women make more
More money.
money than we do.
Yeah. And
And it's
you need
designed that way.
you need
But
a
that's a
woman
whole nother
to help
topic.
raise your daughter. Because I was in that situation.
That's a whole nother topic
Look,
though, where they have it
Look,
designed.
so I got my daughter at 13.
No, I had mine at 10.
No, but I'm saying I got at 13 when everything. Look, when I say everything was going crazy, everything was going crazy.
Listen, man. When I
I cried
say
plenty of nights.
when I say I had my daughter and everything was everything, but when Mother Nature called, I was lost.
I wasn't lost. I seen you on to your mammy house or your auntie house.
Well, that's what I did. Her
I was
aunt,
right.
her aunt came and saved me.
I didn't know nothing about no sanitary napkins.
Her aunt came and saved
You
me.
be walking around smelling like Brook Hill,
Brooke Hill.
the fish market.
Look,
Cause I ain't know nothing about nothing. You smell like the fish market right there, at Remount South Train.
I mean, I knew, but it was
I-
just something that, as a father, I just didn't want to deal with it.
I didn't know if to get a napkin or a stick up.
Oh,
You stupid.
I didn't
Nah.
know what to get.
I seen my children's mothers with my
Yeah.
daughters. Like
So I
they
didn't-
got to
I
get
didn't
what's
know.
comfortable for them.
Yeah, and that's what it. Yeah, like those are conversations you can't have.
No, them plug-ins. You don't need no plug-in if you ain't been doing nothing. A plug-in ain't gonna work. Now, if you taking a plug-in, you done something you ain't got no business at that young age. You don't need no plug-in.
Hey, why do the ladies that's in here got their heads down?
You need no plug-in.
So you need a nap?
You need a napkin. You get a plug-in, something been going in.
You said, "Face, get your diaper."
Yeah, you need,
Get your diaper.
you need no plug-in.
Are you praying over here?
Look,
I'm
you
just like,
you
what?
don't go on aisle 6.
No.
You bypass aisle 6.
Yeah, you don't need a plug-in. If you ain't been doing nothing, you can't take a plug-in.
But then,
That's how I realized when people started doing certain stuff. Because they say, no, we don't need that. We don't need the napkins. We don't need the things with wings. We need the things that with the string. You know, so I say, now, if you ain't flying, you glide. You know, so if you don't need them wings and you need that string, you taking that thing. You know, so then that's when I knew. And I say, well, now it's time for some birth control, you know, and different stuff. You know.
Well, I had a drink.
hey, yo, hey, since we doing it, listen. Now, what is it? What is it with the? Now, I done been to the store and purchased some things. Now, when they tell me the ones with the extra wing,
Yeah.
what?
Okay, they have a box. You can get the box.
Okay,
Yeah.
you tell the story.
That it starts off from the heavy and takes you all the way
All
to
the
the
way to
light.
the light.
So you can get the whole week.
Them
Because
the
usually
ones I get.
when you first fly in,
Right.
you know it's a
It's
lot
heavy.
heavy. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot on the top pack.
So it's a little bit thicker. You got to get
Yeah.
a little bit thicker ones because you don't want to. Because you mess up your underwear. Now that's a whole nother.
So that's what the things with the extra wing.
The wings help.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they got the gel ones. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Yeah, it's.
But if they do the
I
stick
got
up,
daughters.
they
Don't
do
look
it.
at me like that. I had to learn this stuff. It was hard, but I had to figure out because especially when you have more than one daughter. So now everybody has.
Well,
their
I got 7 of them. So
Yeah, so everybody is different in different ways. And Faith, that is not true what you said. I just want to
Shoot, if
That-
you
that is
take
not true,
if you
Faith.
take a stick up, if you take a plug in, you doing something. Cause if you ain't doing no plug in, it ain't gonna fit in.
babies, Daddy
That's
does
not
not condone the messages that
If-
your Uncle Face are putting out right
if
now.
you get
'cause I do
taken-
not feel like
Well,
that.
I'm
about
telling
y'all.
you, if you take a plug in, you
Have you
feeling
ever
some,
seen what they look like?
a plug in is about yay long.
No, it ain't. It's
I
this big.
I
It's this
know,
long.
but
and
it
it
is supposed-
expands when it gets wet.
Yeah, and
Because
they
it works if you got a bloody nose.
and they
this is
it
Punisher
don't-
class.
It don't.
If
It
you got a
don't.
bloody
This
nose,
is
it
not.
works.
This is not the views
So
of
if
the
it's
connected.
expanded, why is it expanded?
Because it gets wet.
It gets wet.
Okay, is it supposed to be
It's-
wet and expanded at a certain
It's
age?
collecting the
Yeah, because
It-
Listen,
No,
listen.
I'm talking about the plug-in ain't supposed to go in at a certain age. That's just me.
right.
You ain't
Okay,
supposed to
I
get no
agree.
plug-in.
yeah.
You're older.
I'm not
Now,
saying
if
if
you
you
taking
10,
a
11
plug-
jumping out there.
If you taking a plug-in at 13, 14 years old, something else going on. You want to feel something else at 13, 14,
All right,
taking
all right,
a plug-in.
all right,
I'm
y'all.
not going to agree with
We
you.
get ready to wrap this up. Do y'all got anything to say before we get out of here?
What we got going on tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night we got
We got
the
after 9
connect
tomorrow night.
the poetry, and then you at after 9.
Poetry is tonight, ain't it?
No,
Tomorrow
Thursday,
night.
Tomorrow night.
Poetry after 9, and then we got R&B
We had the
bingo.
heist. We had heist for poetry too, and
Yes.
after 9.
Then Sunday
Then Friday we got
bingo.
R&B bingo. We had heist.
Then
And
Sunday.
then Columbia, we in Columbia on Saturday, and then Sunday we got the Connected Festival, baby. It's going down.
I get to come outside. I'm having my tank top. They
Oh,
might see a
Lord.
nipple or something. Look, I'm coming out.
With the views of that, the party punishers. You got something to say?
Yeah. RIP to a great young lady, man. We lost her today, Mia Clay. We love you. Pray for our family. Pray for our siblings. We love you, baby. God bless you with 8 years here with us.
Wow.
And he needed you more there. So, RIP, baby.
God bless.
That's it.
Condolences for the party punishers. We love you, baby.